the NASSCOM Game Developers Conference, and we are talking to yet another young person who's into making some pretty cool games. Yes, we've got with us Arvind Raja Yadav of Pyrodactyl Games. And Arvind hails from Jaipur. Arvind, this is quite surprising because we've met developers from Bombay, from Delhi, from Bangalore, Jaipur. So there's a scene, there's a game development scene there as well?
I don't actually know if there's a scene, it's just been me developing games. But an advantage of what I do is that it's mostly done online. So it doesn't matter if you're in Jaipur, if you are in Gujarat, or if you're in whatever. That doesn't matter.
So typically things like exposure and trying to meet people from the industry, you're saying that perhaps is not that critical. It's all about creativity.
I would say it's one part of the process. The process which we focus on more is gaining fans, getting people to play our game online, doing interacting in forums and all that stuff. So that part can be easily done from Mumbai or Jaipur, doesn't really matter.
Okay, the name of your company has been pretty interesting, Pyrodactyl. So tell me how you came up with the name. Pyro typically means related to fire.
Yeah, and it was pterodactyl, so it's a sort of word play on, it's pterodactyl, but instead of ptero, it's fire. So.
Okay.
So
now, how long have you been making games, and what kind of games do you make?
I've been making games since college. It's been 6.5 years so far, and I develop role-playing games for the PC, Mac and Linux platforms.
So you make games for the PC, which is interesting. We've met lots of people who are very big on mobile games, and then of course there are people who are trying to develop games for consoles as well. How is the PC doing for the gaming industry right now with tablets and smartphones and this onslaught?
Yeah, I think PC is a relative constant in the industry. There's usual waves of right now there's a big free-to-play mobile game kind of wave going along, and then there was in 2005 there was all consoles are the next thing. So yeah, that's just how it goes. I consider PC to be a relatively a platform that's more open to different design experiences. There's a certain expectation that comes with making games. Let's say, for example, a freemium game on mobile. So there's a certain set of design elements which need to be there, because otherwise, angel investors get angry and stuff like that. So.
Okay. So, but you're not worried that the PC might be might be outstripping its utility as a game platform?
People have been saying that the PC is dying since 1992. It isn't dead yet, so I'm not worried.
You mentioned angel investors. So give us some interesting anecdotes. How did you go about raising the money, getting the funds, getting people interested in what you're doing?
Yeah, most of my angel, in fact, all of my angel investor stories are ended up with no investment. It was just PowerPoint presentations, and the other guy was let's monetize this element, and I was sorry. That's actually why I moved to crowdfunding.
Okay. And how did that work for you?
Yeah, crowdfunding was excellent. Our Kickstarter gathered up 1,200% of its intended goal. So that's 12 times what we asked for. So yeah, we have a dedicated fan base. They are keen on playing on whatever we come up with. So yeah, that's how, I prefer that approach instead of the whole pitching to VCs.
And where do you find these investors, the crowdfunders?
Oh, they are fans. Anyone with a credit card in India, for example, can back our could have backed our Kickstarter in August. So all of these people who backed us are fans. So they don't care about what kind of monetization strategy we use. They just care about the design and what's the philosophy behind whatever we are making.
So what is your money-making strategy? Are you at all looking at the free-to-play wave, or do you believe in paid-for games only?
No, at the moment I'm a staunch believer in premium games, what people call premium games, and as in you pay a certain amount and I give you a copy of the game, and that's it. After that you can mod the game if you want. You can play it in unexpected ways. You can try to do whatever.
Right.
So it's
you've paid for the game, it's your game.
Yeah.
So, what next for you? What are the kind of milestones or targets that you've set out?
Yeah, well, currently we are hoping for to release Unrest in early 2014.
That's your new game?
Yeah, that's a new game.
Unrest?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's set in ancient India, so it's
So tell me, you release these games and you mentioned ancient India, but they're for a global audience, correct?
Yeah.
How is the response, and how does an India-centered game kind of do in the international market?
It received a pretty phenomenal response. People... the usual setting that comes with role-playing games is a kind of dwarves, elves, very Tolkien-esque, Lord of the Rings type. But many people considered this to be a breath of fresh air in terms of what we were offering and what our design goals were. So I think that it shows that people don't just want the same things again and again, but in slightly different skin. Instead, I think there's a like at least on the PC platform, there's there's a lot of opportunity available for somebody who wants to pitch an unconventional gaming experience.
Okay, okay. What are the biggest challenges for you as you go about your business?
I would say the biggest challenge is to keep to rein in the scope of our game. Like the kind of games we make, they allow you to achieve your goals in multiple ways using different approaches. So that kind of leads to a whole tree of different possible outcomes, and to rein that in is a huge task, because we believe in giving our players the freedom to approach situations in the way they want, but at the same time there needs to be a limit, otherwise you will end up sort of over scheduling and missing your release dates and that kind of stuff.
Where do you see yourself, let's say 2 to 3 years from now? Do you even look at that time frame, or do you just stay in the present?
Right now, I'm pretty much all focused on Unrest. I guess I'll just keep making games the way I am. At the moment, I don't see a reason to change. Because at the moment, I'm pretty happy with where we are and our fans and all. So at the moment, I'm pretty happy. But in the future.
Okay. Will you be looking at other platforms, mobile or perhaps consoles?
Yeah, I'm not averse to the idea of multiple platforms. I guess it needs to be easy to develop for, and console platforms are relatively easy to port from a PC, but mobile platforms, it's a little bit more different, because the kind of games we make, they are very lore heavy. There's a lot of story involved. So I'm not sure if I'm not sure how to translate that experience faithfully to a mobile version.
Okay.
So if I manage to get across that hurdle, maybe once the PC version is released, I'll start working on the mobile version.
Okay, okay. Well, from the looks of it, you're pretty happy with what you do. You like your job.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing it otherwise.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks so much, Arvind. Good luck with all your plans, and enjoy your time at the conference. Thank you.
You're welcome.